So right now I'm going to be going over our CARS upper body series. The reason that we do CARS is to expose our joints to a full range of motion on a regular basis, so when that happens in real life, our body's prepared for it. If we don't expose our joints to a full range of motion over the course of time, that capacity of the joint tends to deteriorate. So we want to make sure that we're providing that stimulus on a regular basis so that we stay healthy for an extended period of time. So what we're going to do here is make sure that whenever we start our CARS, we're radiating throughout our body so that we're bracing up our abdominals, we're squeezing our fists, we're driving our knees through the ground. In this case, I'm in a tall kneeling position. We'll start with our neck. So again, irradiating first throughout the body. Chin is going to tuck down to the chest. We're going to move to our left first, so we're going to pretend like we're almost scraping along our collarbone or drawing with a crayon along our collarbone all the way and start looking over our left shoulder. Once we can't go anymore, we're going to drop our left ear behind our left shoulder and start to move to the right side. We're going to expose our throat to the camera, almost retracting the scapula or the shoulder blades and letting the head drop backwards into them. Coming to the same position on the right side, looking over my right shoulder, and then slowly starting to come down, scraping the chin along the collarbone. So we'll work that rotation for a set period of time, and then we'll switch. We'll go to the right side first. So just going back, same exact thing, tracing along the collarbone with the chin. Right ear drops behind the right shoulder. Throat is exposed to the camera. I'm not moving my hips or any other part of the body. I'm just isolating my neck, left ear behind left shoulder, and then slowly coming back to the original position. So we'll always go to the left first, then we'll go to the right. Times will vary based on the program, but that is our neck controlled articular rotation. Next, we'll go to thoracic. The next controlled articular rotation that we're going to perform is the scapula. So I'm actually going to turn perpendicular to the camera. My arms are going to be out in front of me, squeezing my fists. I'm going to elevate my scapula. I'm going to draw it all the way forward as far as possible, keeping tension throughout my body. I'm going to depress it, drop it all the way down. I'm going to retract. I'm going to come all the way up, all the way forward, all the way down, all the way back. And I'll continue to repeat that pattern for the prescribed period of time. And then I'll be going in reverse. So instead of going up, forward, down, back, I'll start in the back position, keeping it low, my scapula down. I'll work forward, I'll work up, I'll work back, I'll work down, forward, up, back, down. And that'll be done for the prescribed amount of time. Remember to keep tension throughout your body. And that's going to be our scapular controlled articular rotation. The next one that we'll do is our thoracic spine. So when we work our thoracic spine, we have to make sure we understand what region of the body we're talking about. So if you reach behind and feel a big bump on the lower portion of your neck, just below that bump is going to be where your thoracic spine starts. And we're going to work right to the end of that thoracic spine, trying to gain full range of motion by not using any other part of the body. So we want to just isolate. So from here, I'll cross my arms. I'm going to pretend like I'm slowly rolling into a little ball. And I'm just using my thoracic spine, working one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way down, and then all the way back up, one vertebrae at a time, extremely slowly, really trying to move segmentally through my spine. You'll also notice that my hips didn't move. You want to keep them tight. If you need to contract your glutes, drive your feet through the ground, that will also help. All right, so that's our thoracic spine controlled articular rotation, inflection, and extension. We'll then go to the shoulder. So from a kneeling position as well, we'll start by having our palm up, and I'm going to work my left side right now. It's going to come across my body as high as possible, and then continue to come up, turning the palm inward until my bicep is by my ear. I'm still creating tension throughout my body. I'll turn my hand all the way up, and then come all the way back behind, continuing to turn. So when I finish, my palm should be on the outside of my hip. I'll then retrace my steps, trying to go all the way back as far as possible. Once I can't go anymore, I'll turn that palm all the way up in the air, come across the midline, and return to my original position. So again, from the side, our shoulder card, palm starts up, crosses the midline, bicep comes to the ear, rib cage is still pulled down. I'll axially rotate my hand, continuing to turn my thumb, continuing to turn. Palm is outward, going into extension with my arm, coming all the way back up top, and coming down. Now, if you feel yourself compensating with this, that means you're moving your body one way or the other, you're opening up, then just bring your arm wider out to the side. That's totally fine, but what we want to try and avoid doing is using the rest of our body, because then we're not using our shoulder. The next controlled articular rotation is going to be our elbow. So with our elbow joint, we're going to work both at the same time. Palms are going to be up. Going to come up and flex. Squeeze that bicep. Hand should be almost outside of the shoulder. You're then going to turn the palms inward, bringing the thumb as far laterally as you can. Then coming all the way down, coming into full extension. Again, from the bottom, coming all the way up, so those pinkies are turning. Squeezing the bicep, turning all the way over to the top, coming all the way down. So that's one way to do it. The other way, we start with our palms down, we work all the way up, we transition the hand inward, and then come all the way down. Again, working that end range at the elbow joint, maintaining tension throughout our body. All right, last one is going to be wrist. So we're really just trying to isolate the wrist joint. We want to have our elbow bent at a 90-degree angle right here. We can even grab onto our forearm to ensure that it stays in that position. Okay? We're going to pretend like there's an X on the forearm. The palm is going to come all the way down. Sorry, the palm is going to come inward. We'll work to the pinky side first, then all the way down in a circular pattern, not allowing that forearm to slip. Fingers come all the way up, big squeeze, and then all the way back down. So we'll work pinky side first, then we'll come back up, we'll go thumb side first, and repeat that same pattern all the way up, all the way around for the prescribed amount of time, all right? And that's our wrist card series.